Welcome to this week's episode of Your Stock Request for the 10th of February. Hi, I'm Michael Gable, Managing Director at Fairmont Equities. Your Stock Request is the weekly video where I take your requests and analyse the share price charts. So this week we have Sandfire Resources, Boss Resources, Invocare, Paladin and A2 Milk. So if you have a request, please send it through. Make sure you've signed up to the free newsletter, but most importantly, if you'd like our better ideas, you need to get the Dynamic Investor Report that comes out every Tuesday. But please share these videos on social media if you do enjoy them. Our main business is on the trading side in portfolio management. So if you'd like to open a broking account with me and have me personally help you when it comes to the buying and selling, then please let me know. And all the advice here is general only. So we've got the daily chart here of Sandfire. As we could see, after that sort of decline in the middle of last year, it's rallied up to the old high, managed to just break through it in January and was sold down sharply. So ordinarily, that sort of rejection would be a negative sign, but we could see that the pullback wasn't too deep. So there was a support level around 650. So I think the fact that it managed to bounce off that quite nicely is a positive. It may well just scream straight to a new high, but it'd be more sustainable if we could just get a little bit of a consolidation under the old high. So give those who do want to sell it have a chance of selling, but if it can hold up, that would set it up for a better move. Okay, Boss Resources. So generally been tracking okay. We had this sort of nice break here in September above resistance, and since then it's been a bit choppy. Most recently we've bounced off support, so it looks like this $1.80 is a good support level. So it's only just recently bounced off that. So in some ways it's a tentative buy here because it's close to the support level. So you can have a tight stop just under $1.80. It might be slow going though, just given these obvious sort of resistance levels. But ultimately it looks like it wants to head higher, and a break under $1.80 would be a negative. Okay, Invocare. Look, a very messy and volatile chart. If I just zoom out here over the last couple of years, just really not made much progress at all. This would have been almost impossible to trade, just so volatile and messy. So yeah, not the best trading profile. If we look here, we could see there was obviously a very powerful move recently after this decline, but it's getting close to these old peaks here. So there'll probably be a bit of profit taking coming here. I think we're going to get a bit of resistance. Paladin. So overall, it looks like we're just consolidating. We're just going sideways here after this big move on big volume. So still just doing that. We've got, it seems to be a bit of a trend line there, but there's obviously some support down here that it's bounced off. So it really needs to kick on here. If it breaks this, that's obviously not a good sign. So potentially, because it's so close to support, potentially a buy here with a tight stop, and if it can creep higher and break the next line of resistance, then that upside break is where you could possibly add to it. Finally, A2 Milk. So put it all in perspective again. Big decline. Now it looks like it's basing. So looking at this base here, most recently it's retested this previous low. We sort of bounced off it on volume, then it went sideways in a little tight range, and then yesterday it's gone up again on increased volume. So short term it does look like it'll recover here. So in some ways bit of a risky trade, looking to buy it here on the bottom potentially, but obviously the safer trade is the break of this base. So, you know, we could try to trade this little move, but ultimately if we can break out of this base, then you'll get a safer trade and you'd still get a substantial move. Okay, well that's all for this week. As always, if you have a request, send it through. I'll try to have a look at it next Thursday.